Alright everybody, Stinky MD back here again. Legend ZA OU, Mega EMBOAR, still the team. No Emolga this time. You have Pincer as the guy rounding up the back, the girl rounding up the back in this case. And we're up against the Mega Pyroar. Kind of interested to see how this team goes, especially up against this team. This looks particularly bulky. Mega Pyroar will be setting up the sun. Venusaur looks threatening because of Chlorophyll. Goodra, always annoying. Gyarados, also always annoying. Clefable, also always annoying, and Skarmory. I don't know why I did in that order, but my eye went to Goodra first, and I just went left to right. Let's get into it. Stinky MD versus Out 8 FJGK. So, as always, I'm going to lead Scizor. I'm starting to build up a little bit of a routine, a pattern, and I kind of got to clock the Skarmory for what you're trying to do here, because you could go Mega Skarmory and really just ruin my day, my team, but you're not going Mega Skarmory because you have the Pyroar. I know that much. Knockoff always does a surprisingly good amount to Skarmory, and I feel good enough to switch in Gourgeist here just because I don't know if you have the Brave Bird or not. Again, like I said 2 videos ago, moveset and all that stuff is really interesting here. Skarmory is a big proponent of that. Do I switch in my grass type against it? Do I feel comfortable doing that? Can I switch in my Gourgeist and just, wall this Skarmory, and then the next Skarmory will just click Brave Bird, whether it's Mega or not? I'm going to Rapid Spin here, and this is one of the first times, I'm just going to be completely honest with you, I was thinking like, man, you should just be playing Thunderbolt because Thunder is 50% accurate in the sun. Which makes sense, no Storm Cloud because it's sunny outside, whatever. This is one of the instances where I have Heat Crash on EMBOAR. I tried to play around with Trailblaze as a move on it, but I kind of prefer Flame Charge more just because Stab plus Supreme Overlord plus the speed boost is really helpful. And so I prefer to do it like that as opposed to Trailblaze. And then I'll just have Thunder Punch as like a coverage move. Still messing around with the EMBOAR set a bit. If you have any recommendations or best practices, let me know. Pyro's going to come back out. I'm just going to eat this as Gourgeist, and Gourgeist is going to go down. I probably click Light Screen there, not expecting, but like if you did use like a setup move or a Hyper Voice predicting a switch, something like that, EMBOAR is going to come out, and now I'm going to take advantage of the sun. And you're Venusaur, but I don't care. As long as I live. As long as I live. Heat Crash is going to come out and do big damage, take out the Venusaur. Heat Crash is going to come out again. No Rocky Helmet. We're in the clear. We're in the clear. Because now we are running away with it. Heat Crash is going to come out again. I guess that's the thing about my opponent's team, right? After Pyroar and Venusaur in the sun, where's your speed coming from? And so I'm going to click Drain Punch and do big damage to this Goodra. You're going to click Knockoff and not do big damage, and I'm going to Sucker Punch you for some reason. Because I'm getting gooey, and I kind of like to finish a 5-0, and I like to finish a Mega EMBOAR. I really, really like to play Megas. I like to treat them as my ace, and Mega EMBOAR is really conducive to that kind of setup. All right. Feeling pretty good about this team. As you can see, we are, I think we're kicking butt in a way that the Victory Bell team never did. I just blanked on the name for a second, but let's jump to another match. And of course, that's no indictment on the Victory Bell team, right? But again, different strokes for different folks, different styles for different miles or something.
Oh, brother, this guy...
Let's get into it. Straight into it. Stinky MD versus no, please, no. Okay, I added a few pleases and no-nos in there, but Scizor's going to come out against Zygarde. I am going to get glared. I don't really mind. Scizor primarily clicks Bullet Punch, so I'm totally cool with that. And Knockoff, so I'm going to switch out here. You're going to Acid Armor, and that's usually a signal for me to go into Gourgeist, just because if you're clicking that defense move, I almost certain you have Body Press. And that's so good for me, because if I switch into Goodra while you're doing this whole defensive boosting thing, like watch how much Body Press does here. That's 41.4%. That's a lot, and this Starmie has no way of healing. No recover, no nothing like that. No leftovers, nothing like that. That Starmie is Assault Vest Analytic. So Goregeist is going to come out, click the Will-O-Wisp. I'm going to maybe test the waters with a Leech Seed. I don't know why I'm hesitant to do so, but I'm going to light screen here. So any flash cannons or stuff you're throwing at me, and this Goregeist is naturally a physical defensive beast. And so you're going to Life Dew, and Life Dew doesn't really heal that much, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm really more bothered by that leftovers that you have, because it's kind of canceling out the burn. Yeah, so you're just going to click flash cannon. We're going to do this over and over again. I mean, you saw it in the previous example. I think it was not with an Aegis with a Skarmory, but this is a really good example of it. Goregeist's ability to kind of stall out this, like, set up your defense and then body press guys. So flash cannon is going to come out again. I'm going to click light screen, and this time I'm going to do something a little bit different. Go ahead, Stinky MD, prove me right. I'm going to go to Pinsir here. I know you're going to click Life Dew or something like that. You're not going to do very much to me right now. I'm going to click Knock Off here, and for some reason, you're not going to punish me by clicking Body Press, although because I'm Pinsir and a Bug type, I resist that. And because you have Leech Seed, I'm also healing back whatever I take. Just a very safe switch, and then I go back into Goregeist to kind of sit in front of you. This is kind of dragging like those Victory Bell matches did a bit. I'm just going to be clicking moves again, like I did. I did it a few videos ago with the Aggron. Another one where Goregeist is able to just sit in your face and just, in my mind, there could be more that Goregeist is able to do. Just looking at it, like there's opportunity here. Like if I set up like Calm Mind and go +4, but I think +4 also kind of makes you want to switch. Although if I'm in this situation, I kind of want to switch because Goodra has value. And I think a lot of it is being lost here in this exchange with Goregeist. I'm going to switch in Starmie here, and am I going to switch back out to Goregeist? So I'm trolling. Just trying to stall damage, just trying to get you to not click Life Dew, I think. Flash Cannon is going to come out. I got exactly what I wanted because now you're not clicking Life Dew, and you're at 4%. I'm going to switch out to Starmie again. Here comes the Life Dew, but I switched out to Starmie for a purpose because at 11%, Ice Beam will pick up the kill and knock you out. A lot of that was kind of just like gamesmanship, not really just totally trolling, but also gaming a little bit. Of course, I'm going to be paralyzed because I'm always paralyzed. I'm going to click Swords Dance. You're going to click Expanding Force. I think I'm just going to knock you off here. No, I'm not, because I'm paralyzed. I'm not going to do that because I'm paralyzed. I'm going to knock off on the Skarmory, and it's going to weak armor, and I am scared. Because now you're going to set it to Swords Dance. I'm going to click U-turn on this. Weak armor is going to get you really low, which makes me feel really good. And I'm going to go out into Lucario. I'm going to double out into Pinsir. What's going to happen here? Brave Bird going to eat the Pinsir alive. Okay, that's right. I wanted the Brave Bird to come out first so that I could do, so that I could pick up the kill with Scizor and or Lucario. Both of them have Bullet Punch, and so I'm going to set up my defenses, my Swords Dance, and do big damage there. You're in a Brave Bird, so this is excellent. You're now at 2%, so Lucario can come in, click Bullet, or Vacuum Leaf, whatever, and pick up the kill. Meowstic's going to come out, probably going to set up Psychic Terrain again, so no priority from Lucario, so he's basically useless. That's one thing to be aware of in this match. Goregeist is going to come out, Frisk the Life Orb. Love Frisk on Goregeist, can I just say that? It just makes the game so much easier. I keep going on about how the little nuances make the difference. Not a lot of items you can double up on items, like multiple Pokemon can be holding Life Orb, Leftovers, whatever. So being able to know exactly what my opponent is holding gives me a bit more insight into their strategy. I'm going to set up Psychic Terrain here. I'm going to click Flame Charge, and you're going to take big damage. You're going to go out into Zygarde. I'm going to click Flame Charge again, and now I'm probably the fastest Mon in the game. Alright, so this is really strange, but I got interrupted again. But we're back. Let's jump back into it. I'm going to click a second Flame Charge, as I was talking about before. Now EMBOAR is the fastest Mon in this battle. Feeling pretty good about everything. Really wish the Reflect was gone, so I'm going to switch out to maximize the power here. I'm going to avoid the glare on EMBOAR, which is great. And you're going to click Substitute, which makes me nervous. But I have Leftover, so I'm healing up. I'm doing pretty good for myself. You're going to click Coil, and I'm going to click one of the greatest moves in the game, Foul Play. There's something to be said about these dark type moves, man. Knockoff, pursuit, foul play, sucker punch. Lot of great dark moves. Got a great dark options. You're gonna coil again. I'm gonna click foul play. This is your attack being applied to your defense. Your Zygarde 10%, so I can't imagine your defense is that great compared to your attack. So I'm gonna do decent damage anyway. I'm just hoping you don't. You're gonna click 1,000 waves here, which is indicating to me that you're done clicking protect. So there goes the Will-O-Wisp for you. I'm gonna try and leech seed you too, and if I'm able to do that, then I will win this exchange, unless you decide to switch. Kind of like, you know, the Goodra and the Skarmory and everything like that. Foul Play is going to come out here and take out the Meowstic, so there's no more shenanigans. Lucario is back on live. Dark Balls is going to come out from Greninja and do big damage. Let's see what kind of Greninja you are. Battle Bond, of course. Lucario is going to come out. This is what I have Lucario for, to take out the Greninja, specifically in revenge kill situations, just because you have to submit one Pokemon to Greninja most times. Floette's going to come out. I have Bullet Punch for you, but I'm going to save it because I really need you to take out the Greninja. So EMBOAR is going to take out the Floette, or try to. I'm going to click Flame Charge here, do decent damage to the Greninja. I'm going to get +1 speed, and you're going to Hydro Cannon, which puts me in a great spot because Lucario's going to come out here. You're going to recharge. I'm going to set up the workup, and that's essentially the game. You just give it into me. Turn 61, a crazy number of turns. I don't know, maybe it's like, I don't even know why there's so many turns, but Bullet Punch is going to come out, take that out, and Zygarde, you're on like, what, 10% or something like that? So we're going to pick up the win there. Super intense battles, down to the wire. My opponent used Hydro Cannon and committed to it. If you didn't use Hydro Cannon, it would really come down to whether or not Lucario would be able to pick up the wins. And because it's my Pokemon and I'm biased, I'm going to say I was going to be able to. But in all seriousness, yeah, this was a pretty intense battle. So, pretty good spot to end the video. With all that being said, GG's to the opponents. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time.